Will this team, the team we saw tonight,
They locked in. I don't know. I don't really care right now. I mean, we can't get those last week back. You know, let's just, you know, as I told them, let's, you know, remember this, learn, you know, from it. I can't answer that. I mean, but they were locked in. We did a lot of talking, a lot of, you know, we didn't have any practice time. We got back at 7 in the morning on Sunday. But we did a lot of film watching and corrected a lot of things. So, and they went out and did it. Again, you know, as we talk, I don't want them to forget. It doesn't matter what scheme. And I told you guys, I think before the game, scheme or game you're going to play defensively. If you don't do it hard and don't do it consistently, it's not going to work.
Is this the best you've seen Nene play this season
Yeah.
on both ends?
Yeah, I think so. I think him. I thought John started with, again, you know, you guys hear me say it all the time, the pressure out front is what starts this. And when John is not into it with the pressure from a defensive standpoint, it trickles down to us. And I thought John got us started with that. We knew right away that they were going to go high pick and roll. And I, you know, told these guys that we're going to see it right away, right out of the box, and we better be ready.
What's been so successful against this team? You guys match up with Drummond, relatively speaking. He hasn't had any monster games against you guys that he's had.
He had 5 offensive rebounds.
But I think he had 8 and 13 early this year, 11 and 13. Still good games, but
No, number one, March, you know, I think, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, marquee guy leading the league in rebounding that, you know, I think he takes that challenge, you know, to another level with him. And we do a good job of keeping a body on him, you know, from the weak side, just not the guy guarding him. And, you know, we've done a good job with that the 3 times we've played, and that's been you know, key for us to win the rebound. I think we've won the rebound all 3 games versus them as a team. So.
A win nonetheless, but does it mean any more because of the fact that they're in the 8th seed and you're trying to get
Yeah, and we win the season series. This is really a double game, you know. So if we tie at the end of the year, we get the extra game bonus. So that plays into it. Just like we talked about the Indiana game. You know, whatever, how many days ago it was. You know, that was a double game because whoever won that won the season series, and there's more importance to it. We're coming upon another game in Chicago on what's today? Monday, Wednesday. We only play them 3 times. We're 1-1, and so that's a season series. Whoever wins that game, it's a double game, and so yeah, I want them to understand that.
did Brad look like, you know?
I thought he looked pretty good. Now, I mean, he said it was a little tight early, but it got loose and it didn't bother him after. That was the main concern. After he got going, was it going to turn the other way? And it didn't. So Allen got banged again, and we couldn't go with him any more than the first stint that we had out there with him for the 3 minutes.
Was that his right? Was it his right ankle?
I think it's a little bit of ankle and groin, to be honest with you.
Is that about as good as it gets from a balance standpoint, from everything
Yeah,
you want to
movement.
try to do?
Yeah, not bad shots, not forced shots. I think it was thinking, you know, here ahead, and you know, defense. You know, 7 guys in double figures, and you know they get 2 guys in. So overall, you know, I thought Keefe, this might have been his best overall game since he's been with us. And you know, his willingness to make the extra pass and see the extra pass, his versatility has been really good. And Otto, again, this is a back-to-back. I thought Otto played pretty decent in Denver, and then I thought he came again, his overall game today, getting his hands, rebounding, deflections, and scoring.
At this point, Coach, about 16 games left. Is it more so perfection you're looking for, or consistency?
Well, there's not, and here's the thing, and they hear me say it all the time, we've got to get better at, which we did tonight. You're not going to have perfection. There's not been a perfect game play. Michael Jordan, as we all might think he might be one of the greatest players of all time, didn't ever play a perfect game. What we have to do is be able to cover up when we have a mistake. And have that guy that's there, right, to have your back, to correct the mistake and don't let it happen again. We're going to have that. We've had on these last couple of games on the road, particularly the last two, where a guy would mess up and there's nobody there to have his back. And we messed up tonight. Hey, we're going to look at a lot of things that we did, but there was somebody there, and then there was somebody there for him, and that's what we got to get better at. Perfection, I'd love for it, but like I told them, I don't think as good as we can be defensively. They're still going to score, I think.
Thanks.